going to have a great show for you guys tonight. We're going to have the guys from Sasso Studios, from the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. We have a great lineup, and you know what? This is our very first episode. So I'm glad that you're joining us. And did I say my name was Calypso? Yes, I did. Okay. So one of the executive producers of the show asked me, Calypso, we need to get to know you a little bit. So you need to talk for a little bit of at least 3 minutes. And you know what? I'm not used to like talking about myself, but you know what? I'm excited because I'm glad that you guys are gonna get to know me, and you're gonna get to know me. I'm gonna get to know you. So I was born in Nayarit, Mexico, and I was actually raised here in Orange County, California. So I did actually lose the accent. I'm a proud daughter of two hardworking parents. I'm a proud mother of two. And you know, before I got into the industry of media, I actually was gonna take on a job. I was actually going to school for criminal justice, and I was going to become a police officer or do something with CSI. So I do believe that things do happen for a reason. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that because the outcome became even better. I actually have a background of more than 14 years of radio. It's been such a great passion. It's been such a great journey. I'm used to talking to people. And it's actually weird because before this, my parents put me into acting school because I was so shy. Now you can't even get me to shut up. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Okay, so before that, I took on to media and I interviewed so many people, and I'm excited to be here. I'm an avid server of my community, and anybody that knows me knows that. I love long walks to the fridge. I love cheese, wine, and I love shoes. Okay, so oh my God, I absolutely love shoes. But I think every woman has a problem with that, right? Okay, so my motto is to inform, inspire, entertain, and to help others. And I think that with the voice of communication, we always do that, you know, and I think that's so important. And it's definitely such a great high when you're doing that, you know. And I'm also a mentor, so you definitely have to mentor somebody. Again, a hardworking person, and I love talking to people, and I definitely need to thank all the hardworking people behind the scenes. I want to thank everybody, the team that actually put this together, the executive producers, the people behind the scenes. We want to thank you all for making this happen. And there you go. We're excited. The first show, we're going to just go ahead and get on moving to our very first interview. I'm excited because we have Joe Andrews.
That's right. I'm here.
Okay, this is the title, immediate past chair for the Valley Cultural.
That's absolutely right.
My goodness, what does that mean?
Immediate past chair?
Yeah.
That means I was fired.
You know what? You're taking a long vacation. That's all I got.
I am taking a long vacation. You know what? CSI, you're still doing CSI.
Am I?
Yes, because this is Calypso's special interest. So that's where we
are.
I
love it.
How are you? Congratulations.
I'm good. This is our first show.
Yeah. How great is that?
Oh my God. Thank you. I'm excited because you're going to talk about Valley Cultural Foundation.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
You've been in the foundation for a very long time. Please tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the Valley Cultural Foundation started about 45 years ago, and its main mission, as the name implies, culture, and for the Valley. So that's what we've been doing. It's been a lot of fun over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. We started a new program called Emerging Artists Series, and that gives up-and-coming artists, musicians, you know, whatever you do, don't buy your teeth at a garage sale. And we're excited about that. And you get young people, and they're out there playing on our stage. And sometimes they're playing in front of 5,000, 6,000 people. So it's really kind of cool.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Well, there was one artist that we had, and he was a guitarist, and he played on a 4th of July celebration. He performed in front of 50,000 people.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Cool.
So what does the Valley Cultural Foundation benefit from this?
Well, I think all of us, like you, we're excited and we love giving back to the community. So the Valley Cultural Foundation was started in essence to give culture, have culture come to the Valley. And right now, you know, over the last year, we've all been in lockdowns. It's been kind of crazy. And what we were able to do is bring people together. And I think one of the mottos that we really have is that when you come to one of our concerts on Sunday, it gives you a chance to forget about life for a while.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it is, you know, so we have all different types of artists that play, you name it, rap, jazz, and everybody loves music. And I think that's the one thing that brings everybody together, regardless of what you think about anything else. Music brings you together. And that's what the Valley Cultural Foundation does. And our crew and everybody involved just loves it.
You know, it's so important because everybody's worried about everything else.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
here we have the Valley Culture
Sure.
Foundation
Yeah.
just worried about taking that time away from a hard day of
Oh
work
yeah, yeah.
and just forget about everything
Hmm.
and let's just chill and listen to music,
And I
you
think
know?
chill is the operative word, except in the summertime when it gets hotter.
Oh, it
But yeah,
gets really
yeah.
hot.
But it's great to look out from the stage and see families and kids and everybody out there, and they're just enjoying the afternoon. So it's a great afternoon Sunday in the park.
I love it.
Yeah.
With I feel like there's such a difference. Passion has a
Oh yeah,
lot to do with it,
without
don't
a
you
doubt.
think? I
Right.
mean, I know you've probably worked behind the scenes with like
Yes.
concerts.
Yeah.
You know, every time you've done that, has there
Mhm.
always been the passion for that?
Oh, you could taste it in the air.
'Cause you,
It's just amazing because the crew from Nora Ross and everybody, executive director there, and Jim and all the guys, all the crew and gals behind the scenes. I mean, they're just passionate about being there because they're giving everybody an opportunity again to forget about life,
mhm,
enjoy the day, have fun with family,
yeah,
and just bring peace, harmony, whatever you want to call it, to the community. It's really great.
that's awesome. Is there a memorable moment that you have, maybe with an artist or with an event?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was a lot of them. As I mentioned earlier, we had an artist that performed on the 4th of July celebration, 50,000 people. And he was an up and coming artist.
So it was his first time.
It was his first time playing in front of that crowd.
Okay.
And we had said to him, hey, when you get, and he was really good. I said, if you ever get to the point where you're big and famous or you play, so you got to come back. He looks out in the crowd. He goes, hey, this is the big time.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So humble.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where you go, we're doing something, and we're giving the opportunity for up and coming artists to perform and to bring people together. Forget about all the other stuff that goes on, the crazy stuff in the world. Put it all aside. Come to one of our concerts, see one of our emerging artists, and have fun and enjoy.
Do we have anything coming up for Valley Cultural Foundation?
Well, with the way things have been going, last year we didn't have our concerts in the park, but we're looking to expand starting July 4th. This year we're going to start our concert series over again and run our 10-week concert. So we're looking forward to bringing that all together, and that's going to start as soon as we can. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, okay, so are you going to be involved with that? I mean, I think that
Yeah.
you never just leave. It's kind of like if it's a passion, you just
Yes.
never leave. It's like I guess if it's like a boyfriend that you just break up, but you can't really break up with something that you love to
Well,
do.
I can't relate to that because I
You
never
know?
had a boyfriend that I broke up
But
with.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm blessed to be part of the association and being the chair of the board over the last few years. And when we have the concert at the park, I get to MC those concerts.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and that's really cool. Is getting out in front of everybody and talking about the concerts, talking about the up and coming artists, talking about the music, talking about what the Valley Cultural Foundation does. And we're a 501c3, we're a nonprofit. So we need everybody's help. We need their contribution. We need them to be there. But what really gets down to it, is that we love what we do.
I love it. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
stopping by.
Sure.
Make sure you all visit thevalleycultural.org, to help us out with that, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Anything is better than nothing, Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And,
Callisto. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, so when we come back, we're going to have the team of Sasso Studios joining us right after this.
Hi, I'm Tim Gaspar with Gaspar Insurance, and we are a proud sponsor of the Valley Cultural Foundation's new Arts on the Move podcast. We love everything that the Valley Cultural Foundation stands for, bringing great music to our San Fernando Valley community. Did you know U2's first U.S. concert was right here in Reseda, and that Bruno Mars was discovered at Pickwick's Pub in Woodland Hills? Amazing. Gaspar Insurance is the leading auto and home insurance agency located right here in the San Fernando Valley. As a listener to this podcast, get a $10 Amazon gift card when you get a quote from us for your auto, home, or earthquake insurance for you and your family. Visit us at gasparinsurance.com and mention this ad when you speak with one of our team members. Thanks for listening. Have a great day and enjoy the podcast.
Westfield Topanga is open with over 200 retailers ready to serve you. Westfield Reward members can earn 2.5% cash back when you shop at any Westfield Topanga and the Village store or restaurant, and up to $750 cash back when shopping luxury. So sign up today and get exclusive access to events, gift with purchases, and more. Visit westfield.com/Topanga or text 818-306-5956 to learn more. Welcome back, everybody. This is Arts on the Move podcast. I am your host, Calypso. We just had our first guest. This is our first episode, okay? So we're excited. We're definitely getting into the groove of things. And we're just going to go ahead and jump on into our next interview. I'm excited because this is a team of animation. The guys from Sasso Studios are joining us, actually. We're going to have Jim Sass, Melvin Galloway, and also we're going to have Brandon Noel. Okay, so if we can go ahead and patch them, they're going to zoom in with us in just a moment. Just a really quick recap of the guys from the Sasso Studios. Jim Sass is the creator of Sasso Studios on YouTube. If you do know Sonic the Hedgehog, that is actually one of the biggest projects that they've done, which is actually one of the animation, the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'm excited because I think I've wanted to dabble into animation and voiceovers. So we're going to ask them a couple questions on, what does it take, or maybe some tips. We're going to learn about the production. We're going to learn about the music. We're going to learn about the animation as well. So I'm excited. Okay, so I think the guys are joining us. If you can hear me.
Hello, hello.
Hello. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, we are here.
Here, you made it. Thank you
like
guys for
Zoom
joining.
didn't want us to jump in. That's what it was.
Oh my goodness, it's okay, it's all good. You know what? Thank you guys for joining us. With me, I have Jim Sass.
Hello.
Hello, and then I have Melvin Galloway.
Hi.
Hi, Melvin. And then I have Brandon Noel.
It's me.
Hi, thank you for joining us. This is our very first episode.
Woohoo!
I needed that enthusiasm from you. Thank you for joining us. So we're going to go ahead and jump on into the interview. Okay, so this is the team of Sasso Studios, the animation of the word Sonic the Hedgehog. Please tell us a little bit about yourselves. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, I essentially started my YouTube channel in 2007 just to do something fun with my friends, and from there it kind of grew into this lifelong passion of telling stories and making movies and kind of expressing myself and my ideas. And along the way, I've garnered many friends. So that's a big part of what we do now. Just storytelling.
That's awesome. What is actually your favorite part of the animating, Jim?
My first thought was to say, "Oh, when it's done."
Is it really done?
Well,
really?
To see like the ideas that we have, at Sasso Studios kind of come to life through these characters and the stories that we want to tell. Once the characters are animated, it brings it all into fruition. So that would be my favorite part.
That's awesome. I do see that your channel is growing tremendously at about 750K subscribers and growing by the day. How are you doing that, Jim? How are you guys doing that?
We talk about this all the time. Much like life, YouTube is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So you have to set up a schedule and kind of adhere to that, and just make sure to take breaks and definitely focus on your passion, on that thing that kind of gets you out of bed in the morning.
There you go. This question is actually for Brendan. What is your process when you actually are creating the music?
Yeah, so essentially I try my best to see what the mood and atmosphere for a specific video would be, see if there's any kind of mood or emotion that I'm trying to accomplish within the songs, try and tie specific instruments to them, and then move forward from there.
That's awesome. What advice do you have for any, like, starting up, any YouTube influencers actually that want to start something like this?
Yeah. Me personally, just keep at it. Like, trust yourself, do what makes you happy, and just keep working hard.
Yeah. Do you guys all get along?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you do. That's really important, right?
I'm never like, rehearse this part.
Wait, ants. I love it. You know what?
Of course.
Come on, really. There's got to be I think, like, when there's a day when someone's just not having a good day, is it just like where you just take a break? You know what? Maybe not today. My creative juices are not flowing. Just gonna take a day off. Is that how it works usually?
Communication is just so important, and we're all pretty in sync. So like if someone's having an off day, we always find ourselves just kind of having an honest conversation and kind of moving forward from there, and just trying to be open and do some problem solving and some listening and whatnot. So
I
don't know.
Really quick, if Sonic the Hedgehog, we know this character as to being fast. We already know what they do. When you're creating this, what vision do you have, like, when you're creating your next show, your next animation?
So one of the themes that we've been exploring this year is kind of what love looks like, and how to have like a healthy relationship with your friends and your family. And we do a lot of almost slice of life kind of content where what goes on with the gang when they aren't out saving the world. That's kind of been our like place of focus, at least for like this past year. We actually have plans to do a more action-oriented arc coming up, but for now we've just been kind of exploring those moments between the characters.
I think everybody's agreeing on with this whole the what's going on. You guys are giving the lighter feel of things and just trying to bring light into everything, not trying to spruce anything up in a bad way. I think, is that what you guys were thinking?
Well, much like life, things aren't always
we try.
Yeah, exactly. So managing those problems in kind of a healthy way is something that we've been really focusing in on. So even if you're having a bad day, still kind of working through that and finding a good solution.
If Sonic could actually collab with another animation, who would it be?
Oh, would.
Maybe think about that one, huh? Oh, maybe it can happen further in the universe.
Perhaps Hank Hill from King of the Hill.
Oh,
we actually watch a lot of shows and animations that kind of take the aspects of life and teach a lot of lessons. So we've been watching a lot of King of the Hill, and that's not just a great funny show, but it teaches a lot of life lessons as well.
It holds up.
Yeah, it really does. After all these years, it's pretty great.
In a weird way, King of the Hill itself is just a show about daily life. And you have these,
we
like,
can
wacky
relate.
characters.
We can definitely relate to him. Okay, you guys, well, stick with us. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to show a small video clip provided by Sasso Studios. And before we do that, we're going to come back and we're going to continue talking to the fellas. So, we're going to be talking to you guys still, about like the tips and nuggets. And so don't you dare go away. Okay, we'll be right back.
We'll be right here.
Alrighty.
So I said to the guy, make it a Cluck Deluxe. Oh, by the way, thanks for stopping by, Shadow. You still had a game you wanted to pitch?
Obviously, we need a game involving Shadow the Gelhog.
Hold on. Shadow the what?
Shadow the Gelhog is a renegade, gelatinous hedgehog who once was a time cop,
Like Sonic the Zone Cop?
but was excommunicated from the time cop school because he was too awesome.
Okay.
And so Shadow the Gelhog has to go on an epic quest to get back his memories, as well as the Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, is this just like your game again? What's going on?
I'm picturing a new Shadow the Hedgehog game involving drinking a lot of coffee, eating a lot of pie, and solving a murder case that hasn't been solved for several years.
Hey, we haven't done murder yet. Murder, pie, throw in some chili dogs and I'm in.
And then maybe in 25 years, we could revisit the idea and make another sequel.
Oh, yeah. Man, we could do like a Murder Adventure 2 battle. Murder 2006, Murder Unleashed, Murder Rush Adventure, Murder Colors. Yeah!
Alright, what we really need is a game to get to the bottom of Big the Cat. What's happening with that man? There is unknown power there, and no one is talking about it.
The Chumash people have stood proud along the California coast for thousands of years. Today, we stand for education. With our tribal youth high school graduation rate at 100%, we stand for giving. As contributors of more than $25 million to the community, we stand for the environment, diverting 90% of our waste stream from landfills. And we stand for wellness, serving 3,000 patients from our health clinic. We are the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, standing proud with the Valley Cultural Foundation.
Amazon uses a lot of technology, but the real magic is the people.
Jerry, I think it's time for a dance move.
I have great friends that work here. We laugh, we joke, but we also get our job done. We support each other, and we just rock it out. There's so many people coming together to create one goal.
Everybody always wants to make sure you're safe and having fun. Work friends turn into work family.
And welcome back to Arts on the Move podcast. I am your host, Calypso. I hope you are enjoying the show so far. We're having a great time. We're going to be talking back to the guys from Sasso Studio, the fellas, the voice from Sonic the Hedgehog. So we're going to go ahead and patch back in with them right now so we can continue the conversation.
Cool.
Hello, boys. Are you there?
Yeah, we are
Hello.
here.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Hi.
Hi, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in onto, this is going for Melvin. What does it take to actually produce an animated show? Like just straight to the question.
Oh, okay, cool. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of patience. One of the big things of producing an animated show is to make sure that communication is happening across all boards. It's really important that the animators are talking, the storytellers are talking, the musicians are talking, and all that kind of good stuff. But it's really important to make sure that we're going from A to B in terms of making a story. So my job is really to entail from pre-production to post-production till the time we upload to make sure that everything is going as smooth as possible.
Okay, and you seem so stress-free too. Do you ever get like really stressed out when you're working on
all the time?
Yeah,
all
okay.
Time.
You don't look
before this, my hair is all over the place. No, I think a really important part about producing is to understand that you're going to get hit with a lot of things sometimes, and no matter how much we plan, we're going to always run into problems. So we need to make sure that we adapt as we kind of go through that. So part of the de-stressing is making sure okay, we've done all the work that we can. How do we improve and how do we make it better the next time we do something? And that's just kind of what production looks like on a general basis, no matter if you're doing music or film or TV. But in terms of my stress levels, I try to keep that as low as possible. Healthy diet, exercise, all that stuff. But yeah.
I love it. So for Melvin again, social media, how does it affect the performance of the program since the show is only run on YouTube? I'm assuming it's another platform. So please tell us a little bit about that.
That is a good assumption. It is a whole other platform that we use to engage with the audience. Okay. It's extremely important when you're trying to build any kind of presence in terms of original content or other types of content that you're doing, whether it's music or film or anything like that. One of the biggest things for me when it comes to social media and engaging the audience is asking engaging questions. So on YouTube, we'll ask engaging questions on the videos to try and spark some interest from the audience. And we'll use that to create new episodes. We'll use that to gauge what they like and didn't like on an episode. And that helps us really kind of create that community and that family that we're looking to create at all times at Sasso Studios. So I love it. It's pretty great. But I would definitely say, if you're getting into the industry, your social media presence is important, but I personally think that your content's more important. Your passion for your story is probably the most important part about creating.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when you're getting like a negative comment, do you actually comment back on it and be like, yes, well, thank you for your comment?
I like to
handle
cover
that?
up with a blanket and a cup of hot cocoa
Oh,
and just
yeah,
cry
sure.
myself to sleep.
Sure, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
a lot of the time, engaging that type of content is the wrong way to go.
Yeah.
It's good to take it in, and constructive criticism is important.
Mhm.
But the community that we've created and what we're trying to do as well is one that's kind of open, and it's about the theme that we're exploring with our stories. What does love look like?
Yep.
And letting that kind of pass and kind of go under, and understanding that there are going to be times where people had negative comments. That's just the nature of the beast, and that's the industry. If to anybody out there, be prepared for that rejection and just kind of still follow what you're trying to produce, but listen and see what you can find in that constructive criticism.
Got it. Okay, that was really great information. Melvin, you've been in the industry for 24 years in the entertainment
correct.
business. What does that entail? Like the business, what does it entail in the business?
Yeah. A lot.
You don't look like you're even 24.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
you look great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm 30. So like, yeah. Whoa.
No,
Yeah, you are the oldest. But yeah, I've been working in the entertainment industry since I was 6. It's entailed everything from being in front of the camera, from national commercials and music videos and television shows, to behind the camera for television shows. And when I went to school, and really a lot of that base came from my mom, who's in the entertainment industry as well, and learning about contracts and business and all the boring, important stuff that you're supposed to know. And with that experience, what it allowed me to do was really kind of take that information and pass it off to up and coming artists and other animators and storytellers that don't really have that base. And I can speak the language because I come from a creative standpoint as well, and try and help people see that, you know, this is a business. It is, if you're looking to get into the business, your business has to be in order. And that goes from everything, if you're creating an LLC, to making sure that when you're making deals as a musician and you're looking at royalties or anything like that, that you know what people are talking about in the room. So it entails a lot. That's my career so far.
It's empowering.
This question, I don't know who it would entail, but let's say I want to get into voiceover and definitely animation. What do I got to do? What does it take? Do I have to sound like a different voice, or do I have to, please tell me a little bit. Maybe I want to audition for one of your animations. How do I do that?
Sure. I think one of the biggest things for me as an actor is having a foundation and practicing other voices is helpful, but creating your own characters is just as important, especially when you're creating your own stories.
Here's the word.
Yeah, story.
I was just going to say that. Does your voice have a story? What does it entail?
Why don't you elaborate a little bit on that story?
Stories? Yeah. Well, what are stories but you know, a way to connect your ideas to others, you know, so your own experience and kind of express yourself, or maybe something that you've been thinking about and whatnot. So it's a very powerful medium, and especially with voice acting, like you hear a particular voice, like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, this is probably like a.
Can you do that again?
What's happening?
That's
it's me.
so cool.
So you have like, that's like a younger, like, oh, this person has energy. There's a lot of like excitement to the voice. And that in itself helps to, you know, dictate or kind of tell the story.
Okay, I love it. Okay, well, stay with us. Don't you dare go away. And now coming back from the second video, we're going to have a word from our sponsor.
There can only be so many cameos in Sonic's next movie.
It's no use, Silver.
There's no chance we'll see either of those two in the new movie.
Tails, you're such a fox. Where's my movie?
Hello and welcome to the Valley Cultural Foundation's Arts on the Move event. I'm Congressman Brad Sherman from America's best named city, Sherman Oaks. If you or someone you know is having trouble dealing with any federal agency, perhaps a stimulus payment or difficulty with a PPP loan for small business, call my constituent services office at 818-501-9200. My staff works very hard, they'll solve your problem, and then I, Brad Sherman, take the credit. I think that's a great system. Again, our number is 818-501-9200. I'm Congressman Brad Sherman.
And welcome back to Arts on the Move podcast. We are excited because we're still talking to the fellows from Sasso Studios. We have Jim, we have Melvin, and we have Brandon. And, we still have a lot, to discuss about, the animation area. So let's see if we can patch these guys back in. Are you guys there?
We are here.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back. We're not done with you guys. I was hoping that Sonic could come back really quick, but
let's go get him.
We should call him up and see if he's around.
All right.
To see if he's. Oh yeah. Hey guys, what's going on?
Can you actually welcome us back to the Valley Cultural Foundation? Like, welcome back everybody to the Arts on the Move podcast. Can you say that?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Arts on the Move podcast. This is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sounds so good. Thank you. You made our day. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the music part. Please tell us what actually inspires you to write the music.
Well, sometimes we'll be working on a story and a particular kind of feeling will come to mind, and then we'll produce maybe work on a song that helps to encompass that feeling and that idea. Other times, one of us will just approach with another song that they're working on, and we kind of use the song as the basis for the storytelling. So much like everything else, the music helps to dictate the story.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming there's an organization, like an order, or is it just all over the place?
No, there definitely is organized. We definitely go back and forth between how we're starting an episode. Sometimes we will start an episode with the music, but that's the pre-production part. We have been able to go through recent episodes and say, I've got this sound that I want to attach to an episode, but this is what I'm feeling during the story. And then we create the whole story around that. Mm-hmm. So pre-production would require us to write the script. And then as we're writing the script and doing those things, we're making notes about what types of shots we want for the shot lists and all that kind of good stuff. Moving on towards the animation part and the storyboarding, and moving into the music production side of things as well. So once we have that story, we create the beats to it. That helps us pace out the score for the episode and all that good stuff as well. So from beginning to finish, there is an order, but we also don't like to be chained to the structure all the time.
Yeah.
We have a foundation there that we use, but it allows us to be more free and create stories in a whole different way as well.
Okay. So I'm imagining sometimes when you are putting out, content or an animation story, is there sometimes where you're just like, oh, I could have changed something there. I could have tweaked something there. Does that ever happen to you guys?
Every time.
We're laughing because we're all in agreement.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, but that's part of the mantra for the channel. There's always next week. There's always another chance to kind of look back and try to improve a little bit.
Yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah, it's a learning process.
Yeah, Brendan, maybe you can speak a little bit on that with your music.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Every time I go back and I listen to something I did maybe even 2 months ago, I'm just like, oh man, I should have taken this down or pulled this higher or made this louder or done something different with the panning. there's all kinds of things we learn along the way that we're so tempted to put back into like our older works, where that's cool and everything, but I think it is good to take that learning experience and put it into what you're doing either currently or have it for the future, so you have something to kind of inspire you.
Got it. And this is for anybody, actually. When did you guys know that this is exactly what you wanted to do, to pursue this, and this is going to be it?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you speak on that?
Well, for me, definitely at a young age, probably starting back as soon as I was old enough to play music. I was playing a recorder in elementary school in like the 3rd, 4th grade. I was in choir. It was always fun for me. Every time I had friends who had instruments or anything, I was just trying to pick up whatever wasn't there so I could get into it and play with everybody. So for me, music's always been around. Probably by the time I was 14, 15, I was ready to make it my main goal in life.
I imagine you just like rocking that recorder. Just like,
you should hear me now.
Yeah.
I love it. Tell us about the road that traveled to get to this moment in time.
Yeah.
Anybody can answer that.
Long road,
Definitely
right, guys?
long. Yeah, long. You could say bumpy at times, definitely for sure. You know, everyone's is different, but we're all trying to get to that same just place of ultimate happiness, I guess is the way to put it. You know, we're just content. Yeah. You know, willing to put in whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that motivates you to actually create a secret, a formula, something?
I'd say the secret formula is just lots of hard work.
Yeah.
I would say
just hard work? Come on, there's got to be some kind of like detour, no?
What do you think? I think it's life, man.
Yeah.
Like just really being open to experiencing life and be willing to kind of show your weakness as a human being and show the different types of things that you go through in life. That's how we create a lot of our stories and where a lot of our songs have been coming from, especially recently. Just kind of expressing yourself and connecting on the human level that way. In terms of a formula of sitting down and creating and writing, everybody's different and artists are different when it comes to that. Brandon, you had inspiration with the weather the other day.
Yeah, I mean, one of my newer song, it's pretty much was raining a few weeks ago. I mean, it was a little bit drizzly, but past when it was raining, just took a microphone, put it on my window, recorded the rain, and then just kind of grabbed my keyboard and started jamming along to what I was feeling in the moment, and then kind of progressed upon it.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So like you're kind of doing a calm thing at the same time. You were calming yourself, and then you were creating at the same time.
Yeah, it's definitely like a creative outlet. Just when you can't really do anything. It's raining. You're stuck inside. Like it's cold. What can I do with this?
Yeah. Okay, I love that. I think we are going to play that. Is that the Impluvium? Is that what we're going to be playing out?
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay, so to play us out is the Impluvium. That's what we were talking about just right now. Okay.
Yeah.
That was definitely very calming. I could definitely go to just sleep with that. Fellas, we definitely want to thank you guys for stopping by to our first show. We can't wait to see what's in store for Sasso Studios. You have to keep us posted with everything that you do. And, you gave us some great tips. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Great to be here.
Yeah.
Helping community. That's what it's all about here.
Yep.
Thank you so much. All right, so before we're going to go take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to have Lori Raymer from the Get Together Foundation coming and chatting with us about what she's got going on.
Hi, I'm Lisa Loeb, and I have a brand new album out.
I just want to let you know I have a new record out called Run To Me.
Hi, we're Pablo Cruz.
I got a new single.
I've got new music.
I got a new hip. No, not that kind of hip.
Good morning. At Amazon, we have husbands and wives that work together, daughters and mothers that work together, and we feel like a family together.
You driving home, right?
Don't always.
My name is Deontay, and I work with my fiance, Tiara. It's just fun to work with my best friend.
My daughter. We rely on everybody else. It's like a big, huge family. I'm very thankful to have that. Love you. Love you. The type of relationships that you create make you come in with a smile on your face.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Arts on the Move podcast. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Calypso, and we're going to go ahead and jump into our next guest. I'm excited because we have Lori Raymer from Get Together Foundation.
Thank you, Calypso.
Welcome. This is our first show.
Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations, Valley Cultural, for your first maiden voyage of your episode number 1.
I'm glad you're part of it. I'm glad you came along the ride
My pleasure.
with us. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about today with what you're doing with the Get Together Foundation. Please tell us a little bit about that.
So the Get Together Foundation is kind of unique in that we normally raise our money through concerts, live concerts. And since we haven't had that happening this past year, and we had a big plan to do something with Valley Cultural last summer, we kind of transformed everything into doing online events. And we did our first telethon last April, kind of an all-star thing for the Mayor's Fund. And we raised $125,000 for COVID relief. And it was a pretty amazing experience in a short period of time. And as we move through this year and realize we're in this situation for a while, and even, as things start to open up, people are going to be in need. People have lost jobs permanently. They've lost housing, so we decided to do another event. So March 20th, we'll be doing All Together Now LA 2, which is another great all-star event that will also feature some emerging artists.
I'm excited. Who's going to be performing?
So we have some return artists, including Sheila E., Paul Rogers from Bad Company. We've got Kevin Eubanks, who's just fabulous, doing some interviews for us as well. Jesse Colin Young, who was originally with the Youngbloods. Jack Black is going to do a shout out for us.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Featured LA band War, which we love, So many are on, videos done in advance, simply because, of the non-gathering, situation. And so, we just want to have great entertainment for people while they're home enjoying, and hopefully they'll be able to donate something, a little bit, whatever they can, and we'll raise some money.
I love that idea because, you're giving us the time to forget about everything else that's going on, and what a great music, right?
A few hours of enjoyment and supporting these great partners that we have. In addition to Valley Cultural, we're actually supporting Music Cares this time. And Project Angel Food, who we love. They do home food delivery to homebound patients. Yes. And the Midnight Mission. And so it's really, the money will be going to great causes, including Mayor's Fund and helping people with shelter and food and, all the necessities of life.
Okay, really quick, where can we donate? Where can we find this?
That is a great question. So there'll be a donation link when you watch the telethon, which will begin at 3 p.m. on Saturday, March 20th. And it'll be aired on Alert the Globe. You might be watching on Alert the Globe right now. If not, also on Facebook Live. And if you want to just peruse, you can look on the Get Together Foundation's page. The website is gettogetherfoundation.com. There's a donation button there. And Altogether Now, LA.org also has some information. And we're adding to that as we get more stars booked. And there's a donation button there as well.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thanks
for
so much. And
us.
good luck to you guys.
Yes.
Loving what you guys are doing and supporting emerging artists, young talent, and the community and the arts. It's what it's all about.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so that wraps it up for us. Okay, who's coming? You have to join us for next time. We're gonna have on March the 18th, where we speak with radio personality Mark Wallengreen, who's actually a coworker of mine. I'm excited because we're gonna talk about the winners of Rock the Valley Battle of the Band. So you have to stay tuned for that. Join us next time. I'm your host, Calypso. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.